Hello, my name is erica.terblanche. I'm a positive psychologist and I bring my audience the science of well-being and happiness at no cost. We are talking about the fundamentals because we know that if we don't get the fundamentals right, everything in our life we do will be like swimming upstream. So our sleeping, our eating, our exercise, getting early morning light, community, connection, these and worthwhile goals, these are the things that are fundamental to our happiness. Today I'm going to talk about eating, optimal nutrition, because every single time that we stand before hunger, we have a choice. We can either choose for a long, happy, and energetic life, being the best version of ourselves day to day, or we can choose for suboptimal nutrition and the opposite of that. So I'm going to give 6 fundamental principles today of healthy eating. Whether you believe in keto, vegan, paleo, high fat, low fat, high carb, low carb, we can have lots of arguments and debates on which diet is the best, but here are 6 fundamentals that hold no matter what your philosophy is on food. First one is this. I'm going to sound like your mom. Eat more veggies. When we look at the science, we know from the study of the blue zoners, those places in the world where you are 300% more likely to grow to older than 100 years old. We know from the blue zoners that 85% of their plate consists of veggies. We also know from one of the longest studies and one of the most prodigious studies on food linked to disease. It's called the China study with 500,000 people over a period of 10 years, have shown that people who eat more plants, and this is the summary of 8,000 correlations between food and disease, that people who eat more plants have less cancer, less cardiovascular disease, less diabetes, and even less Alzheimer's. Please go and read up on the China study. First principle, eat more veggies. What does your plate look like day to day? What proportion of vegetables? The second one is to eat for diversity, because we know that the more diverse our diet is, the more it supports our microbiome, basically our gut health. The more variety you have in your plate, very often we fall into the pattern that we eat Marmite sandwiches every single night, right? So the challenge for this week is add just one more variety of vegetable into your plate every day this week, one different veggie. Go to your nearest vegetable shop and see the great variety that is available to you. Add one more vegetable to your plate. Then we also know that a lot of foods that are processed have hidden sugars in them, hidden salts, numbers, sweetness, thickness, things that are not good for us. So wherever you can, choose for whole foods. Choose for a thing that you can recognize for itself: an apple, a banana, cabbage, head of cabbage, head of broccoli, head of cauliflower. Fourth principle is to choose for nutrient density. Now, if you are hungry and you stand before the chocolate bar and the apple and the nut butter, the chocolate bar and the apple with the nut butter are going to satisfy you. This one is going to make you live long and actually satisfy you more, because you're going to get in all the micronutrients, all the vitamins that you need. With a chocolate bar, it's empty calories. Every single time you get to the fork in the road, choose for nutrient density. The fifth principle, here's one that very few people know, is that there's a killer in our food. Many of our foods and vegetables and things we eat every day, apples, nectarines, peaches, grapes, cherries, have high loads of pesticides in them, even green beans. Go and look at the Dirty Dozen report by the European Workers Group. They published this 2024's list is out. They also publish a list of the clean fruits and vegetables that have the least pesticides on them. Please go and prioritize those, especially for your children. Last principle of good eating is cut the sugar. There is something in your cupboard that is more damaging and is more addictive than heroin. What is it? It's sugar. And how do we get off sugar addiction? We've got to starve the sugar monster, because the more sugar you give the monster, the more it wants. The less sugar you give it, the less it needs. And actually your palate begins to get used to not having sugar at all. So get away from the refined sugar. And one hack for that, up the fats. Eat some nuts, eat avocados, because it will help you to increase your satiety. Those are the 6 principles of fundamentally good eating. Thank you for watching. Until next time.